Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 British Tech Tree Tank Destroyer, the FV215B 183. This is an absolutely cringe tank to fight. It's a cringe tank to have on your team, but it is a very fun tank, and if you use the 183 properly, it is probably the most dangerous tank that you'll roll up against. So what we're going to do in the beginning of this battle is we're going to chill right here. And the reason why is because this spot, if anything tries the crossing, we can potentially nuke it. I've got a Hess shell, but we'll see. We'll see if anything tries to cross. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to head over towards the other flank of the map where my... Ooh, wait a sec. We got the 50B right there. Nah. We have too many teammates that are on that ridgeline for me to really make a sizable impact. So what we're going to do is we're going to flank over towards the town, because we already have the 60 TP in town. And if I go just a little bit wide over here... I am spotted. Darn, that sucks. Okay, well, that's alright. I'm gonna... Ooh, the Progetto fired at me once. If we drive up just a little bit... Ooh, that prog is not gonna like me. Ooh. Oh, really? I can't believe that. I can't believe that didn't do anything. It's probably just because the prog has spaced armor on the side, which I didn't realize. Now, this 50B is just shooting now. And what I'm really hoping is that this 50B takes his sweet time to deal the damage, because you know what's about to happen? Something really, really nasty is about to happen. Ooh! 1,300 damage off of the enemy 50B. You may be in an autoloader, you may be in a very cringe autoloader, but I hate to ruin your day, dude, but the 183 doesn't care what you're in. It will punish you. And if you make a stupid YOLO like that, I'm very happy to punish you. So, we have the enemy Progetto over here. We're going to aim it on them. Boom. 588 damage into the lower plate. And we back up. You can see what I mean by the 183 is actually a surprisingly effective tank. In the past, I would have said it was a pile of trash, but ever since Wargaming buffed the camo, buffed its accuracy, and overall capabilities, I can't really say the 183 is all that ineffective. Ooh, we have the enemy tortoise in the back. I'm going to aim it on that tortoise really quickly, and... Oh, I can't believe that. That was so sad. That was actually the saddest thing I've seen in a while. Alright, well, it's fine. The Yag shoots, the Yag misses. The enemy team only has a couple tanks left at this point. And I would love to be able to get a shell into this tortoise, but I have a feeling... Ooh, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not going to shoot the tortoise. I'm going to shoot the enemy 183 for 750 damage and take that player out of the game. Alright, we're going to back up. I would assume the Yag Panzer is going to focus the 60, which the Yag does. And now I'm going to aim in on the lower plate of the Yag Panzer, or even better yet, I could get to the side, but we don't need to do that. I'll just shoot him in the lower plate for 864. And just like that, we did 4,100 damage. We didn't even break a sweat. But that's what allows the 183 to be so dumb, is that, as you can see, like, the gun isn't bad on this tank anymore. It used to be, but it's definitely not anymore. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get behind the Marat, which is obviously right here, and bonk, 496 damage, high explosive. He's dead. And there you go. That was a pretty good game. 4,500 damage. We dominated. We absolutely dominated. The 50B was definitely the biggest damage we did. I don't know why that player thought they were going to get away with that, but that's the average autoloader for you, you know? It's these bozos in their 4-shell, 3-shell autoloaders that think they can get away with the dumbest YOLOs ever. And most of the time they do, but not when I'm in the 183. If I see something like a 50B, I will go out of my way to focus that tank, because first of all, it has reactive armor, but it doesn't mean anything because my tank can go right through their reactive. And when you pair that with the fact that this tank also has so much alpha, it's so easy to outtrade anything in front of you. I mean, even an E100. Well, I'm not going to bother to show you guys this game because, what a terrible team, my guys. What a terrible team. As we can see, the 183 did totally fine, but it doesn't matter how good you do sometimes in tank destroyers. Your team sucks, you suck. Especially in a vehicle like this. The 183 does have carrying potential, especially if you can take something that's 1200 health and go, bam, Thanos, clap it out of existence. The problem is then you have 20 seconds of reloading, you have no camo, very poor armor, and it's one of the most tunneled tanks in the game. So There's a lot of upsides to this tank when it works, but there's also an equal amount of downsides that when it doesn't work, it's still a pile of trash. Honestly, the only players that actually end up shooting me in the 183 are the players that I don't expect. What do I mean by that? Well, we all know about the classic tank destroyer spots, right? Dead Rail, Far Hill, everybody goes there. Castilla, you've got the ridge lines. Every single map in the game has its tropes when it comes to tank destroyer positions. And I fully am well aware of those tropes, so when I'm up against a 183, I'm smart enough to not drive my tank in the sights of where I think that player would be. But here's the problem. 40%ers are not smart enough to understand map positioning. And because of that, a lot of times you'll run into 40% 183 players who drive their tanks in literally the most stupid, ridiculous spots you've ever seen. And for some reason, they don't get spotted until you roll around the corner, and then they boom, nuke you for like 8 billion damage. And those are the 183 players that suck. The players that are in literally the most absurd spots ever and somehow get rewarded for it. It's crazy, but it's true. It's absolutely true. Oh, man. I'm just getting flashbacks thinking about it, dude. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Okay, well, our team is not very effective in terms of spotting. Nobody on our team wants to spot anything, which is definitely sus. That's what I'll say. It's very, very sus. We have plenty of tank destroyers in our spawn, but we'll see what happens. I just hope that our Yag is too stupid to move. That's what I hope. Oh, he is smart enough to move. And the Yag is being shot by the enemy boss Station. Can't hit the Waffenträger. Good job, Yag. You managed to lose half your health already. That's pretty impressive. Let's aim it on the WT. Aiming. Come on, do it. Do it. Yes! Did we pen him or did it do nothing? I don't think we penned him. I think it tracked him. Thank you, Wargaming. The 183 is still an incredibly RNG-dependent vehicle, and if your gun doesn't go where you aim, well, don't expect your damage to follow. We have the enemy Conqueror, who was looking at me for a second, but there you go. 1,187 damage into that player, and I don't think they're enjoying our tank all too much. But that's what's obviously super fun about this tank, is the fact that it can deal that level of damage. I love that this tier 9 bat chat is just, you know, doing whatever the heck he wants and getting away with it. God, I hate bat chat players. Even the tier 9 bat chat. It's just such a cringe tank to fight. But you know what? If this bat chat wants to poke it, they are so lucky, dude. I'm not worried. I have a Jagdpanzer, and even if the Conqueror pushes me, I'm really not even slightly scared. You know, it's not these tanks that are threats. We gotta wait 5 more seconds. There you go. The bat chat gets shot again. And, yeah, let's see how great of a play this is, dude. Ooh. There it is. Average autoloader player right in front of you. Ooh, I must YOLO! Well, we got another one. Another player wants to get shot. Ooh, boy. I don't understand the thought process that goes through a player's mind. Is it, I must ooga booga? Like, is that their thought process? I don't understand it. What I do know is that we have the rear of a 113G, and there goes 1,154 of their health. Oof, that's gotta hurt, dude. We just took a pretty healthy tank, and, well, now they're not too healthy anymore. We gotta wait 10 seconds for our shells to come back. We have the Destiny in the back. I'm gonna put on my adrenaline so we can get our shell back as fast as possible. We got the Caro in the back as well. Ooh, wouldn't it be lovely if we could get a shell into the Caro? Was a low roll, but I'll still take 857 damage. You won't catch me complaining. Alright, let's reload. A little bit longer. We got the enemy 60 TP in front, which... Oh, 60 got shot. Darn. Alright, well, guess I could HE the 60. However, I don't really care, to be honest, about them. I wonder... Oh. Ooh. I wonder if the enemy team is dumb enough that... Oof, 948 into the enemy Felice. I was about to say, I wonder if they're dumb enough to drive into the open and allow me to get that shot out. And I guess they are. We gotta be careful here. And the major reason why is because our team isn't doing nearly as good as I thought they were when I pushed up. Our Yag kind of managed to nuke themselves, which is never a good start. And the rest of our team isn't doing a whole lot better. But I can still still potentially be pretty nasty here if I play my tank correct. Which means clearing the Caro. There you go. Nice 670 damage shell. And we're up to 5,400. Not a bad game at all. We only have to reload for 10 more seconds. We have a Felice and a... what is this? 60. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm just going to climb over the ridge. Keep on going. Keep on going. Oh, there goes the Felice. Not sure why that player thought they were going to get rewarded for that, but I'm not a fortune teller. All I know is that this 60 TP is not going to... Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter, though. We still did plenty of damage. I'm just going to back up so that our T95 can potentially get the clear. There you go. Yeah, I tried to HE the 60, but the shell must have gotten eaten into the 5A. It's funny, if you turn off HD textures, it removes the fire effects when you are shooting at an enemy vehicle. Versus, you know, if I have max graphics like I do, I can't see where the hull and the fire is on the 5A there. So sometimes I always wonder if I could just turn off max graphics, but then my game would look awful. Either way, 5,400 damage, we aced the vehicle, we did top on the team, and it really does show where the 183 can dominate, right? I mean, we nuked the Conqueror, we destroyed the Caro, absolutely ruined the 113 GFT. I can't believe that we did not pen that waffle. That was the cringest shot out of all. I cannot believe that we didn't pen that guy. That one actually really irritated me, because that was the easiest shot of them all. But either way, the 183 showcased why it's such a powerful tank, and it's why I actually don't think this is that bad of a vehicle anymore to play. I mean, sure, you have battles where you don't win, but that's the case for any tank destroyer. If you're going for a tank destroyer in general, expect your teams to be the most important factor, and if your teams suck, unfortunately, you are going to suck. But yeah, when the 183 cooks, it cooks hard. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.